You know, the other side of things, and listen, you know, it's not an art for flying. You're going to have to learn what works best for you. Some crops are different than others. You got to remember this, and to all the attendees on the webinar today, listen, flying your field at 200 feet is great in theory, but it produces so much data that I tell people you need to start at that 385, 400 foot level to have the best chance of stitching imagery together. Listen, I'm the first guy to tell you, and I'm sure Jim's been down this road. You know, when we started years ago, it was like, oh my gosh, I can fly now. Let's go get terabytes and terabytes of data. Well, that's not really the goal, right? So the biggest thing I can tell you is, you know, I like that overlap around 65, 65, Jono, I think you'd agree. And then, you know, I would start higher unless there's a reason to go lower. But keep track of those flight settings, and don't be afraid to try things different. Different rotations, different altitudes. And the other thing, and Jonah, when you get a minute today, make sure you answer this question from me, is I want you guys to know there are some times we can't stitch images. They just don't work. And does it happen that often? Yeah, years ago it was a lot. Today, not so much, but once in a while it's tough. So remember, we're trying to track something in the field that's a difference, right? If Jim's cornfields all looked perfect, then what are we flying for? They just look great. You know, we're looking for changes in those fields. Obviously, you can see on the map here, there's some things you can do with side overlap and front overlap to improve that, right? Don't be afraid to try it. You know, one of the things I was really pleased to hear Jono say at the beginning, if you just got your new drone and you got it home and you want to go fly DroneDeploy, please, you can fly 100 acres, go fly 20, okay? And maybe fly 20 at 200 feet and 400 feet and play with some stuff and learn. Don't think you're going to go take your drone, and I have one sitting here, and we're just going to go fly 160 and there's just magic sauce we're going to do and it's going to work. So just don't be afraid to play with that a little bit.